Hello, everyone. We're just gonna give it probably about a minute. Hello, everyone. Wait for some comments. Who's gonna be the first? Oh, Chrissy. First one in. Hello, hello. Comment where you're from. I would love to hear. Hello, Paul. We got Facebook coming in. I have my 2 devices up. I'm so ready. Hello. Be sure to comment. Where are you all from? Where are you watching? Hello, hello. Ethiopia. Wow. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Orthodox Christian Network. I am Sophia Minotakis. I sometimes come on here and do some lives for OCN, always in either my kitchen, a friend's kitchen with my friend Melina, but today it's just me. We are doing a Moussaka and Pastitsio mashup. So they asked me last week to do a live, and I'm obviously prepping everything for this weekend, and I did not want to cook Pastitsio and Moussaka, so I was just thinking about why not taking my 2 favorite Greek dishes and combining them into one. So I'm gonna just do some tips, tricks. This is probably not traditional. This is gonna completely be my way. We're actually adding some fresh herbs and a little wine. So let's get started. If anyone has any questions, we'll check back in the end and we can have a little chit chat. But until then, we're gonna start getting cooking because that's what everyone's here for. So I'll look up and try to read as much as I can, but you know, keep saying where you're from. We love to hear it. And we go back and read the comments and I'm excited. Okay, let's start. So I got a big pot here. We're gonna start on our ground lamb mixture. Most people, especially here in the United States, we use ground beef. Today I got ground lamb. It is more traditional and it has more flavor. I got 4 pounds. I'm in New Jersey currently and I went to Lidl. Or at Lidl. It's a German supermarket. They're actually all over Greece and France. I love it. A lot of the cheeses are imported and I have a blast in there. Give it a few times if you're not used to it. It's just so great. Great quality ground lamb. We have 1 onion. I'm putting a lot of garlic. I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cloves of garlic. I have a cinnamon stick, which I cut in half because it gets very strong. And I'm actually going to have this sit for 24 hours before I bake it to develop flavor. So a little cinnamon will go a long way. I have fresh dill, fresh parsley, and fresh mint. So good. And then I went to my local Greek store in Kenilworth, New Jersey. Shout out to Leah. I have my Greek oregano. I have 2 15-ounce can of organic tomatoes. When you're eating tomatoes, please buy them organic because they are part of the Dirty Dozen. Be sure to look that up. I have some fresh milk. I actually went to the farmer's market, so my potatoes and eggplant are freshly grown from the farmer's market. I live close to a farm, and I'll show you how I did that after, but let's get started. So I'm going to teach you guys a little trick. I previously did my potatoes in some Greek olive oil, but I'm going to use the rest of the grease to make my sauce so we're not wasting and we're keeping all the flavor going. So I have my heat on medium high and I'm going to get those onions in. Most people would say to sweat your onions, but I like things caramelized. I'm going to up the heat and get a nice golden brown color on these onions. Bay leaf, if you're stewing anything for a long time, if you're making pasta sauce, if you're making beef stew, use this. It changes everything. It makes a soup taste like it's been cooking for hours and days. A little secret. I'm gonna get those garlics in, keeping them whole. I'm gonna throw in the cinnamon stick now. Any questions, comments? It's gonna start to smell so good in here and I can't wait. So we got the heat up nice and high. I know traditionally a lot of people like to use nutmeg and clove, but I like to have nutmeg in my bechamel. That's a personal preference. I think it gives it flavor. So we're not gonna put it in with the meat. I just really want the lamb flavor to shine as much as possible. If you've never had ground lamb, it's pretty life-changing, especially if you make a bolognese with pasta. It's so good. I feel like once you learn this recipe, you can really use what's in your fridge. So if you have leftover vegetables that you want to put in here, if you want to make this vegan, I've actually made this with almond milk for the bechamel. So there's so many options. You can make this vegetarian. What's everyone's plans for this weekend? So we'll try to get you guys over here. You're on a stand. We have the heat on completely high in a non-stick. So let's go over the potatoes. Today I'm gonna cook in this giant pan. It's a throwaway. I like to layer it with some parchment, just so it doesn't stick. I peeled and sliced my potatoes. I left the skin on the eggplant. There's a lot of nutrients and it will be broken down. It's technically cooked twice, so it's gonna become very, very soft. Greek olive oil for this. If you can get Italian olive oil, please, when you're making this, you need top quality ingredients. So if you can, please buy everything organic and use great olive oil. That is going to take it up to a level where you'll feel like you're actually in Greece eating this, because we all know when you're in Europe, the food tastes different. So I sliced these Greek olive oil. I put it on very, very high. You don't necessarily need to cook through the potato. You just need to get them golden brown. And I just set them aside. And please do not forget to salt and pepper your ingredients when they come out of the fryer. It's gonna add so much flavor. I've forgotten to salt my potatoes once making this dish, and there's just no flavor in the potatoes, so please don't forget to season. Not gonna lie, I made a few French fries for myself before. So we got a beautiful golden brown, and this is my trick. So I'm not going to put the meat in there and I'm going and brown it. This is like if you've ever been to an old school hot dog joint and they have chili and it's so minced and ground, this is what they do. They just you put your raw meat straight into the liquid and you just put the cover on and let it cook. So you're not making the meat tough, and you'll see. I have some homemade red wine. Shout out to Sharon. She gave this to me when I was doing a private dinner at her house a few weeks ago. So I'm using it tonight. About a half cup to a cup. I'm gonna lower the heat. I'm gonna put my tomato sauce. Give it a little stir. So again, my bay leaf, the garlic, the cinnamon stick. We're gonna season with salt and pepper. I like to use pink Himalayan sea salt. Changes the game. Your food will taste so much better with a good quality salt or sea salt. And we have some pepper, which I cheated today. Usually I grind it up myself, but we got some Trader Joe's black pepper. I'm doing a lot of cooking, so this becomes very easy. We're gonna up the heat a little bit there. Now we're gonna go in with the ground lamb. Has anyone ever seen this or has done this? Because I do this all the time. The meat becomes so tender. I got this wooden spatula, which is great if you're, checking for a piece of pasta, you know, you won't burn yourself. There'll be no liquid, and it's like nice and hard, so it's like multi-purpose. I love this. Just gonna get this in here. And I'm not even kidding you. I'm putting the lid on and we're gonna set this aside. It's gonna be so smooth. So smooth and ground and delicious. So again, we're gonna use the rest of our grease here. We're gonna move you over. And we're gonna start on our bechamel. So we got this on low. We're gonna put in a 1/2 cup of flour. And we're just gonna start getting this to a light golden brown. You need to cook out your flour or else it will taste not very good. So I pre-cooked my pasta. And these were requested. Rigatoni. I'm going to use rigatoni today. You can use whatever you have. You do not need to go and find the long Greek pasta, which I have. But why not use rigatoni? We love them. They have the ridges, which will collect the sauce. And I'm actually going to toss some of the lamb bolognese, we'll call it, in with some of the pasta just to, you know, add some liquid and add some flavor, and I'll add some extra seasoning, and I'll show you that in a bit. So while we're waiting, we're gonna start to put everything together here. Like in a traditional moussaka, we are going to layer our potatoes. Potatoes are my favorite thing on earth. If you know me, you know that my favorite food in the world is the potato. I've actually made moussaka with apples on the bottom, and it was sweet and salty. Don't knock it if you try it. Don't knock, right? Is that what we say? So potatoes go on the bottom, then the pasta mixture, and then the eggplant. Oh, made the perfect amount. Could see how it's starting to foam up a little bit and turn this beautiful golden color. Now we're going to start to put in our milk, which I got to room temperature. Any questions, I am here. We're gonna start out with a little bit and we're gonna mix it. There's no reason to get intimidated. This is so easy. This could be the base for a lot of sauces. I went to a French culinary school in New York City. And it was about a month in the beginning of school where we learned how to make the 7 mother sauces. So you could say I've made this many, many times. I will save the live video when it ends. I know some family and friends could be at church right now. What's my favorite food to cook? Anything that's over the stovetop and makes me stay here and watch it and smell it and be on top of it. I love doing slow roasts, prime rib probably. I like to encrust it with porcini, mushrooms, which I grind. I get dried mushrooms and I make a compound butter. It's so good. Mom, you know. I'm probably going to use about half of this. You want this on medium high, not high And you want to please not leave this on the stove because it can burn. We're just gonna get a slow simmer going, and I'm probably gonna cook it for about like 10 minutes. Any other questions, comments? Sorry if I missed a few. Here is going to be the ground nutmeg. You can obviously get whole nutmeg and then microplane it in, but this is fine enough. Little tiny pinch. We'll start little and we'll gradually increase. We're gonna taste our food. A little salt. How cute is this? And pepper. Just gonna give it a little taste. What's something that I would love to cook but haven't gotten the chance? I'm guessing some kind of wild game, but I've cooked most of them. My favorite, I love rabbit. Wow. Probably something Asian. There's a lot of different things that they eat. So maybe like, I've never cooked eel before. That'd be kind of cool. What's on my menu? We're actually doing a whole roasted pig. I go on and off doing pig and lamb. This Moussaka Pastitsio mashup. And if you can come up with a cool name of Pastitsio and Moussaka together, that'd be great. Would love that. We have some dako salad, which is a Cretan Greek salad I'm gonna make, which I have a standing salad bowl, which I'll post on Sunday. If you add me on Instagram, Chef Sophia, you'll see that. Super cool, it comes on a stand. It's a really big bowl, so everyone can kind of go up and help themselves. Lemon potatoes, tzatziki, and which I call Greek salsa. So I just do like all Greek herbs with tomatoes and onions, and you kind of just make your own gyro. And of course I'm doing lamb, but I'm roasting it off the bone about a day before, and then I'm gonna slice it thin and crisp it up in a cast iron on the grill, so it's really crispy and flavorful. So that'll be done tomorrow, I think so, or I'll marinate it because I stuff cloves of garlic inside. Pastitsio, love it. All right, let's check on our ground lamb here. It's making a lot of noises. We're just gonna keep mixing this. It does take a little bit longer to cook it this way, but it's night and day. And if you try this, please let me know how much you liked it. Just putting the raw meat straight into the liquid. You can tell how soft the meat is this way. I'm just gonna taste it. Even though it's raw, it's okay. Oh, perfect amount of cinnamon. So good. We're gonna get the lid back on that. And you don't have to worry about cooking that for so long. Once you see that the meat is brown and cooked through, you can just shut that off. This is gonna obviously be baked again, and I'm going to warm it up on Sunday. So letting it sit overnight is going to add so much flavor that I can't even describe. Please make your moussaka and pastitsio ahead of time. Do not bake it yet. Wait 24 hours and then bake it. So let's see how this is doing. I'm gonna get a spatula. We're gonna up the heat and watch it. And when you're mixing milk that you're trying to, get up to a certain temperature, you want to drag the bottom of your spatula all across the bottom of your pan. When we were taught in culinary school in figure eights. So like you're drawing an 8 and moving it around. So that little amount of wine that I added will give so much flavor. And I like to say, whatever kind of alcohol you have on hand, if you had ouzo, put a little bit, put a shot in. If you had brandy, put a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to be wine. It will just add that beautiful background, like slight flavor. Vodka too would be great. So I'm just another like 2 minutes here. So if anyone needs to do something, they can get up right now. Or if you have any questions, I'm right here. Call me crazy, but I do not ever pull out the bay leaf. I like to show people that, you know, it was cooked with a lot of love. So if you find the bay leaf and you're coming to Greek Easter on Sunday, I'm gonna give you a special gift. This is just coming up to a simmer. And it's starting to thicken. So I like to always add a layer of fresh herbs. It's really gonna take it to another level, which I love. I love fresh herbs. Just wanna make sure you guys are all still here. I'm gonna give out some waves. I took off the top just to evaporate some of the liquid. Okay, so in a bowl, we're gonna get our macaroni in with some of the sauce for flavor. I cooked it very, very al dente because this is not only going to get more cooked just sitting overnight, because it's going to soak up all of the juices. I'm going to just take that liquid from the bolognese, we'll keep calling it. Greek bolognese. And I know different cuisines always, you know, makes this a little bit different. I'm sure there's so many Middle Eastern recipes for moussaka. And I found that a lot of different countries make bureki, or they'll call it burek, which bureki, Cretan bureki is actually one of my favorite things. Yes, the rigatoni. I'm using rigatoni. I am. You can use shells, you can use anything. You can use ground turkey, you can make this all year round. You can make it spring, you could change the flavors. You could turn this into any kind of flavor profile you want. If you had zucchini, you can use zucchini. If you had spinach, you can use spinach. Oh, it smells really good. I'm giving myself a lamb facial. So yum, yum, yum. Set that aside. I don't have a bowl big enough, so we're just gonna work together here. Look at this beautiful bechamel. It's just starting to foam up. So I'm gonna cut the heat. Make sure it's nice and smooth. And I have a little hidden secret. Fresh Parmigiano Reggiano inside the bechamel. A lot of Greek restaurants put it just on the top, but we're gonna go in with it. I am half Italian. We're gonna check for seasoning. This is the last time. This has the nutmeg, the milk, the flour, salt, pepper, and Parmesan. For me, a little bit more nutmeg. And if you've had creamed spinach or creamed corn, that flavor that you really don't know what's in it is ground nutmeg. And if you don't have ground nutmeg, you can use pumpkin spice as long as there's no sugar in it. It'll have a little clove, it'll have cinnamon. You could use clover if you don't have nutmeg. And the flavors, as they sit overnight, it's gonna be so good. One more taste. I said that was the last one, but amazing. Amazing, amazing. A little salt. All right, our delicious lamb bolognese is done. We're gonna go in with the fun now. It's almost over, so if you have any questions or comments, now's the time. Our potatoes. I'm gonna have to do the macaroni in stages. The last one. Sorry if that was loud. I'm gonna give our pan here a little shaky shake. We're gonna go in with our lamb mixture, which is so soft and so moist. There's the cinnamon stick. So for the eggplant, I salted and peppered, let it sit out for 20 minutes. I pat them dry, cut them about 1 centimeter thick, and then I put them on broil and watched them till they were golden brown. But the potatoes I cooked in Greek olive oil. Please don't miss that step because it soaks up all that delicious Greek olive oil in the potatoes. And it makes it taste so, so delicious. If you've never had Greek potatoes at a Greek restaurant, they're always going to be the best French fries you've ever had. Right in the middle. Whoever gets that wins a prize. Get this out of the way. We're gonna go in with our eggplant. Let's do it like this. Check that out. Oh my gosh. Hold on. We forgot our herbs. This is parsley, fresh mint, and a little bit of dill. Not a lot. The tiniest bit. Scattered under the eggplant. It's gonna add so much freshness and brightness. Nothing needs to be perfect. We like rustic over here. This is a great tradition for a new family with kids to start. And I hope that this is my tradition after today. I'm gonna just rinse my hands. All right, back to the bechamel. We're going to, it's been cooling about, what would you say, 3 minutes, right? I would say 3 minutes now. We're going to crack 2 eggs and whisk them in. Where's my whisk? This will bind it all together. The heat is off. Yum, yum, yum. Just in case we overflow, we're gonna give this a little push down. Here we go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So good. And then we're gonna hit it with some more Parmigiano Reggiano. And there you have it, everyone. A moussaka and pastitsio mixture. All of my favorite things put into one. Macaroni, potatoes. Love eggplant. Love a cream sauce. I hope you all try this. I'm probably going to post some reactions on my Instagram for my family and friends eating and trying this for the first time. So be sure to tune in. Kalo Pascha. I am so thankful. Thank you so much, OCN. I love all of you. Thank you so much, Noelle. I hope you guys liked it. Comment, like, send this to all of your family and friends, and get creative in the kitchen, and wishing you nothing but the best. And God bless you all. Bye.